The PL Show is brought to you by Kel Charcoal, Kel 360, and Kel Kids Toothpaste. Hello and welcome to the Phenomenal Lady Show. It's made possible by Kel 360, Kel Charcoal, and Kel Kids Toothpaste. With Kel, is always a happy smile. I am Emefa Apawu, welcoming you once again to another exciting edition. Well, the phenomenal lady we are celebrating today, you can see the smile all over my face. She's one of the youngest MP, or one of the youngest legislator that we have in Ghana currently. She's also the deputy ranking member of the Gender, Social Welfare and Protection Committee of Ghana's Parliament. I guess you're wondering by now who I'm talking about. She's a versatile woman, and she's a strong woman, and her age doesn't count when it comes to what she does in Parliament. One of the few voices that we have that speaks up when it comes to gender issues, children and social protection. My guest today is the MP for Afram Plains North, Betty Nana Ifua Krosbi Mensah is my guest. This is the Kel Toothpaste PL Show. We'll take a quick break. Yeba Yeni Ifua Krosbi Mensah. Ebetsna se. Please do stay with me. We're right back.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. It makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kids. Happy smile.
You're welcome back to the Kel Toothpaste PL Show, made possible by Kel 360, Kel Kids, and Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. And today, like I said, we are hosting the Afram Plains North MP. You're welcome to the Kel Toothpaste PL Show.
Thank you.
It's been a long time.
Yes, I'm very
coming.
happy. I'm very happy to be here today.
Yes, good.
Thank you for inviting me.
Really, Nanefua Krosbi Mensah. So look at that Nanefua Oyewana.
Nanefua is the name my friends, my family affectionately call me. That is the name my mother gave me. My father happens to be a Fanti.
Okay.
And my mom is Kwa woman from Kobukruwa. Yes, and the two of them settled in the Afram Plains North constituency and got married and had us there. So in all, we are 7 in number. And I am the third born of my parents.
I'm really doing something.
and not just the third, but I'm the third girl.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So how many girls, how many boys in all?
So we have 5 girls and we have 2 boys.
Wow.
I'll call them men now.
Okay. How was it like growing up, you would say?
I had a very interesting and exciting, home growing up. Of course, my father being a Fanti, hard-working man, who had migrated from the central region, to be exact, Cape Coast, to the Afram Plains. He was working then with the Donko Kroma Greek Secondary School as one of their senior administrators. And my mom worked in the same place, Donko Kroma Greek Secondary School. At the time, she was the matron in the school. And so that is how. But my mom's parents were cocoa farmers in the Afram Plains. Okay. And specifically, my mom is coming from the Bukruwa, and if you know, traditionally, when we talk about the Afram Plains, those are the traditional lands of the Bukruwa and the Ko people. And so my mom, I would say, is an indigene of Afram Plains North. Yes.
How would you say growing up and that background shaped you into the woman that you are today, you'd say?
I had a very hard-working mother who believed in the independence of women. But above all, I want to give a lot of credit to my father as well. My father was, I would say, very read. And so reading all sort of, best novels, international documentary, and things like that, I would say that he was quite enlightened. Okay. And so he felt that equal opportunities should be given to everybody. And so when you come to my family, whilst we were born in Donkokrom, my father saw the opportunity in education and felt that we should be given better education than what we were having in Donkokrom. Because in Donkokrom at class 6, I could barely write my name in class 6. Really? And so before I got to JHS 1, my father sent myself and my junior brother. So you can see that he believed in equality. So it wasn't all the children, because probably he didn't feel like he could afford for all of us to come to Accra, but he chose myself and my junior brother in the person of Engineer Krosbi Mensah to go to Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute. Okay. Yes, to have I was then in my junior high secondary school, whilst my brother went to the basic school. So I was in John Tay for my first, that is JHS 1, and that is where I completed.
But really, did you always know that you would be a legislator?
This is an area that is a little controversial, if I must say, because indeed my father was the first member of parliament for my district, for my constituency. And I call it controversial because I think not too long ago I was having a conversation with a lady and she said, "Oh, you succeeded after your father." I didn't. But yes, he was a motivation.
He paved the way.
Yeah, he paved the way more or less because my father chalked a lot of successes within the district. Of course, if you look at how deprived Afram Plains was and still is, and coming all the way from the central region, how committed, affable, he was such an open, jovial, interesting person. And Afram Plains, if you know the dynamics, are predominantly settled by the people from the Volta region, that is Airways. And my father being a fancy, at the time, they didn't even elect him as the candidate for the NDC. The majority of the people nominated him and they felt comfortable with him that, oh, Mr. Krosbi, come and lead us. That was in the year 1992. So with that, I observed my father. I observed the way he was relating with the people. Okay. He was more of a solution man who was always willing and ready to open his doors to many people, listen to their challenges, and the little that he could do, he offered. With this background, I feel that in one way or the other, inspired and motivated me to also.
We'll get into the work that you do today, but it looks like it's a good time for us to get into the Seed to Oak segment right here. It's made possible by Kel Kids toothpaste. Well, Kel Kids, it's easy for your children to brush their teeth now because brushing time is fun time now for your children between the ages of 2 to 6 because it's strawberry flavored, it's FDA approved and very affordable for your children. And it's time for Seed to Oak. Yeah, welcome back. So it looks like nothing much has changed about Betty. Everything, you can still see the Betty and the young pictures that we're seeing out there. But really, is it challenging to be a female and a politician?
Absolutely. I mean, looking at our environment and where we are today, a country with a population of over 32 million, with majority of the population being female, and currently having only 40 women in parliament, you can only imagine and understand the challenges that women go through to even be given the opportunity. We still have a community and societies who seriously and strictly believe that politics is for men. And of course, when a woman aspires for this opportunity, they think that, oh, Oba Wedio Yakukunini. I was having a conversation. I said, even in parliament, sometimes you go for caucus discussions and you realize that the voice and views of men are more welcome than the women. And so even at that level, you realize that they are happy to listen to the voice of the men more than the women. So you have a few women once in a while coming out to voice their opinion. So yes, it is definitely challenging. However, I feel that in as much as people don't feel so comfortable with women being in leadership and political position, however, the expectations of women are quite high. So you realize that when women are in power, it is often easy for people to criticize them, to insult them, to condemn them, as compared to their counterparts, that is the male.
Yeah.
Because how many are we? And yet everything that we do is being scrutinized, whilst the more than 80% who are men, of course, nobody is watching them, nobody is looking at them. Again, you sit in the chamber there as a member of parliament, and even when it comes to time for contributions on the floor of parliament, how many men do you often see them contributing? It's the same faces every day, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me whether all the 200 plus men always speak on the floor of parliament. But let the 40 women keep quiet. So So this kind of scrutiny and discrimination, even though we are up there, still happens. And so I think that is very challenging. With the name calling, of course, we have a lot of smart, intelligent women, very successful women who can easily, open themselves up and take up some of this political position. But when they look at the negatives attached to it, you realize that they prefer to rather abstain, stay in their small corner, and then express their opinions as and when they see fit, because of this, some of these challenges I earlier on mentioned.
Well,
so of
some
course,
of the key challenges, at least when it gets to election years, we have CSOs that put together reports, amongst others, as to why we don't see more women coming up and why we need to formulate policies to give opportunities to more women. I've read some of these reports, and I was very worried. I was struck by one of them that says that more women are described as, prostitutes. When they want to take up such positions, they say they sleep their way to that. These are some of the things that people say to women like you when you want to take up leadership positions. Does it break you?
Before I respond to the insult bit, there was another area that I'm most interested in.
Okay.
And please permit me, because I'm so happy and humbled to be on your platform. Yeah. Of course, your platform has given women like me the opportunity to be here to express my view. But then you are reading reports from NGOs who are, quote unquote, are women and gender advocates. Yeah. The question is, aside from writing long reports, what are they doing? Not too long ago, the flag bearer of the NDC nominated a woman as his running mate. Fantastic, fabulous. Time for women to celebrate. And this gender advocate NGOs that have been writing long reports, how many of them, this Women Federation, how many of them came out openly to endorse and support the woman candidates? Because they were all afraid in one way or the other to be tagged as political.
They kept on saying it's time for a woman to be nominated. They actually
and then when it happened, what did they do?
Okay.
So I've worked with a number of these NGOs, those gender advocates, organizations, and I was expecting them to be excited, to be happy that, of course, for the very first time, women lead. Women have been given the opportunity. Look, I'm not here to praise the NDC. I am here to really say thank you to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for giving women that recognition. This is something that has never been done. And so as a woman, take it away that I'm, on the ticket of the NDC. But I'm saying this as a woman who represents the larger interest of women, who is the voice of many women, who is a gender advocate, who has been pushing and yearning that women who represent more than 50% of our population should be included when it comes to making decisions.
But they say you women, or we women, they say when you are given the opportunity, you shy away from leadership positions. And so it makes it difficult for women to be appointed to high office. Is that the case?
We amount to more than 52% of the population. Yeah. So what are we talking about? Again, if we had these women groups, these gender advocates, hailing and praising what His Excellency has done. This is the time because, hey, where they were here, you and net today we all have a mother. I liken a woman to God. I always do.
How so?
Of course, my sister. Look, God is the creator of the universe. If you give a woman seed, what does she do? She gives you food. If you give her money, she multiplies it and gives you good value. If you give a woman a wife, she gives you children. Is she not creating? Is she not God? And so, for the NDC, for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to see the value of women, let all of us go out there and say, look, we applaud you, we appreciate you, and that is what we are expecting from other political parties to put women and give us our rightful position. That is all we ask for.
Do you see this election, 2024 elections, December polls, is it a done deal for your party?
Absolutely. How come our colleagues or our counterparts in the MPP feel comfortable sitting behind television and radio to defend their party? And Ghanaians are not talking. I'm surprised. I am expecting to hear our anger. I want to hear Ghanaians feeling the disappointment, feeling the economic hardship, coming out and voicing their disagreement. You understand? That is what I'm expecting. Because at the end of the day, people usually say, Ghanaians are very peaceful. Because the good news is, they don't come out to, express it in a violent way. But wherever you meet them, you see how disgusted they are. And you see how ready they are. That come the 7th of December, definitely, they're going to vote for somebody who with the experience and the expertise to manage this economy.
This is the PL show made possible by Kel 360, Kel Kits and Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. And we've delved into the life of Betty. I was hoping we could get into 360 at this point, but it appears that it's very heated in here already. But a typical day in the life of an MP, she gets to take us into it. And it's time for 360, made possible by Kel 360. Gives you a fresh breath, minty one, long-lasting, all day, FDA approved, safe and affordable for the use of the entire family. Let's do 360. We're right back.
Betty Nanefua Krosbi Mensah was born in Donkokrom in the Eastern region. Before her parliamentary career, Honorable Betty Mensah served as the Managing Director of Best Part Ghana Limited. As a dedicated public servant, she works tirelessly to address the unique challenges faced by constituents to create a more equitable society for all. Her role as a gender advocate showcases her passion for fostering positive change and ensuring that the voices of women are heard and respected in the political landscape.
You're welcome back to the Kel 360 and Kel Kits and Kel Chocolate Toothpaste PL show. Phenomenal lady Betty Nanefua Krosbi Mensah is my guest, the MP for Afram Plains North. But what does a typical day for an MP, for you in particular, what does it look like?
On a normal day, you wake up sometimes, because majority of my constituents are fishermen.
Okay.
And so they go to the lake very early, around 3 a.m. And interestingly, I have over 222 communities on the Volta Lake, with more than 180 of such communities having no network connectivity. And so when these fishermen go on the lake, that is as and when they travel, when they get network at whichever time they call you. And being aware that most often they don't have network, it means that I cannot put my phone on silence and I cannot put my phone off. Because anytime they call you, I don't know what the issue might be. If it's an emergency situation, I have to keep my phone on so that when they call at any particular time, I'm able to pick and have a conversation with them. Not just that. Of course, we have a number of challenges in the district. We have road connectivity being a challenge. We have very bad road network. Sometimes the ferry that breaks down, and then you are being called that, oh, madam, and then I'll be to me, I found. So sometimes I have to arrange for a meeting with the Volta Lake Authority to meet with them to see how best they can quickly respond to some of these challenges. So a day in an MP's life, I don't think it
I
is.
think you need more than 24 hours for your day. I
Yes,
guess.
yes,
Indeed.
but I will tell you something. It's exciting sometimes meeting new faces, having the opportunity to really think, identify. Sometimes you may think you know it all, but you meet people, they share their views, and you realize, oh, I didn't have the solution. This is actually the solution, and it gets really exciting. So, in all, absolutely, I enjoy serving my people. I'm happy to represent them as their MP. Even though it comes with a lot of challenges, but I must admit that I am happy to represent them, and I appreciate them for, having the confidence in me to elect me as their member of parliament.
Do you get enough time for yourself and for your family to be a family person in spite of all the busy schedules?
However, God being on my side, I don't live with my husband. But I'm a family person. When I say I'm a family person, I have 5 children.
Okay.
And the
5 children?
Yes, I do have 5 children.
Interesting.
I have 5
there must
children.
be a secret to
Yes,
this.
yeah. So, I have, my first son is the University School of Mines. He's in the first year. My second child is with his father in Canada as I speak to you. And the other 3, they are young ones who are always with me. Anytime I have the opportunity, I spend time with my children. I have my sister's son who is a G-boy, a fantastic, absolute, wonderful boy. I love them so much that I can't afford to be away from them for a very long time.
Aww.
I miss them. I like to hear their stories. And again, psychologically, I have come to the conclusion that they are my support system. And so no matter how tired I am, no matter how weak I am, when I see these children, I feel absolutely great.
When you said you had 5 children, I said you, because I know you're one of the youngest legislators that the country has as we speak. Do you get bullied by your senior colleagues in parliament? You don't look like a pushover. When you're in the Ankasa, but you get bullied.
I get bullied
Now,
by
when
my
everything you bully-
constituents. I get bullied by my constituents. So just imagine somebody telling you, oh, that is being bullied. Yeah, but of course, in parliament, I often tell myself that the people in parliament did not bring me to parliament.
Yeah.
It is my constituents. So I account to my constituents, not the people in parliament. So I do things that actually favor my constituents and not people in parliament. I continue to remain very humble. I continue to remain very, sociable, very affable for my constituents. And so if you are in parliament and you think that, oh, you are looking for Betty, that sophisticated lady, I am not. I am the Betty that will lie down and ask
From
you
outside, that's how you look like. You're very sophisticated or trying to
and so get to know me.
I see that's not it at all. This is the Kel Toothpaste Peel. She was always brought to you by Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. My name is Anna Usano. Unana de body tree. Edible charcoal moody retrievers. But now you don't have to go through that. You just have to use Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, and it gives you that same Betty smile right there, the same white smile that you get to use. We're right back.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved. Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I want fat missy way.
The Pacho Bantama.
Matias.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me Gidi say we use Kel 360 toothpaste. Same kind. Kel 360 toothpaste.
Gaskia, Kel 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector. Onim jom kasan.
Kel 360 did the work. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will see so feeling kika when you know Kel 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Kel 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
You're welcome back, and we are wrapping up with the Afram Plains North MP. I bet we'll need a second part of the show because there's a lot in this, unassuming but yet strong, determined, and beautiful MP. Well, as you've talked about everything that we need to know in terms of the work that you do, but are there any regrets? I know there are a lot of challenges that you go through in terms of MPs. You've talked about a few of them, but are there any peculiar ones that you would want to highlight as well?
With being the MP for the people of Afram Plains, it comes with a number of challenges. Of course, I earlier on stated the challenge of bad road network is huge. And so it becomes, more, I don't know how to, it becomes a political issue as a member of parliament for, I would say, the last 8 years, and I haven't been able to convince the government in power to see to, giving the people of Afram Plains a good road.
But it looks like we are told that
we don't
MPs
have roads.
Put that kind of pressure on yourselves because you are not supposed to be in charge of development of your constituencies.
Those are the expectations from your people.
Okay.
Now let me come clear on this. In 2016, the NDC, the political party that I represent, put it in page 56 of the party's manifesto that they were going to construct the Afram Plains Road from Echiamam from to Agodeke. And so being a candidate of the party, that is the message I have to take to my people. With the promise and belief that once the party is elected into government, they were going to construct the Afram Plains Road. And here we are, my party doesn't win, and yet the people still hold me for it. So that is exactly what happens.
Okay.
So I spoke based on the manifesto of my political party. It's not because I wanted to just put pressure on myself, but I felt that, look, I had so much confidence in the party that once it's captured in the manifesto, it's something that we're going to do. Again, I didn't relent. When I got to parliament, I pushed. Filed a number of questions, did a number of statements, called the Minister of Roads to the chamber to ask him what plans he had. It ended in, the government actually soliciting for a loan. I think you heard about this Exim Bank loan of 350 million euros that was supposed to construct a bridge and a road. And in the end, it didn't materialize. So you realize that we have put in all the efforts and everything that an MP can do, but it hasn't materialized. So those are some of the challenges. So shifting away from the road, we also have quality health care issues in terms of personnel, in terms of infrastructure. We have a constituency with less than 15% being hooked on the national grid. It means that just a few communities have electricity. Majority of them have no electricity.
And we have internet issues as well.
We have internet issues as well. So nurses, doctors, when they are posted, everybody is a bit reluctant to go to such an area. But as the member of parliament, like I said, I am not relaxed and I'm not just sitting back. I'm doing my bit, and I'm happy you mentioned that MPs are not development agents. However, the people are expecting you to do something. So within my period in office, that is all that I do. Managed to build some chip compounds. So when you go to Fasubato, I've completed a chip compound there. I've done some in Abotanso. The Ademupe chip compound is also completed. We also started with building pavilions because, again, one of the challenges we have, out of the 575 communities of the Afram Plains North district. That is how big my constituency is. We have less than 80 of them being accredited with as GES schools. And so more than, I'll say, 300 plus communities have no schools. So we initiated this community support, building pavilions, so that at least children within that early stages will have somewhere to really go and seek for education, whilst when they are of, some age, the parent then transfers them to places of higher education. So those are some of the measures we've put in place. Unemployment is huge. Of course, if you look at all the challenges mentioned, then you realize that unemployment becomes a challenge. So it's something that all the youth of Afram Plains are talking about. They are looking for a solution. I think that does not limit to the people of Afram Plains, because when it comes to issues of unemployment, it is a national issue and everybody is talking about it. And we expect that the ruling government will do better than they are doing. But I am also, assured, and, I believe that when the mandate is given to the right person, a visionary leader, of course, we will have,
well,
the
there are
great
some
solution.
young girls that are watching you right now. They're very young. They look up to you. I'm sure you'd want to look them in the face and give them a brief message.
Novinye, all that I want to say to the people of Afram Plains is how much I love you. I love you more than myself, and I always put you first. And so we know that we have a number of issues that are, of a concern to us. Of course, we know teenage pregnancy is on the increase. However, I believe sincerely and strongly that together we can make things happen. My message to you, the young people, is let's come together and work hard. Let's be ready to learn. Look, I am aware of the Memchem Day Secondary School that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama built, and yet the enrollment in that school is so less. I believe that if we give ourselves the opportunity to go out there and learn, other doors and other opportunities will be open to us. Above all, let's be grateful for the little that we have.
Thank you so much, and you've been very, very inspiring and very phenomenal. And on the show right here, there's a lot that we do to appreciate phenomenal women like you.
Yay.
And since you have an Akan background, this is from the team to you, to appreciate you as a phenomenal woman. We are grateful for all the work that you do for young girls, especially in your constituency and beyond. You are celebrated, and God bless you.
Thank you.
And that's not all. Let me put this down for you whilst I give this to you as well. And this is from the entire team. And this is from Samara Company Limited. We have Kel Kids Toothpaste, Kel Charcoal, we have Kel 360, Sasso. Your Roma mosquito coil, from the PO show team to you.
When you're over here, G-boy,
thank you so much for being a part. I think it's a good time for you to wrap up the show for us.
Let me use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the producers and our dear host, Emefa, for holding such a wonderful program. I think I have really enjoyed talking to you. I hope and wish that a lot more media houses will actually, give their platform to promote more women, because people want to see our work. They want to hear our voices, and I am happy to be here, and I'm sure other women will also be happy to be here. I'm sure a lot of young women are looking at us, they are watching us, and by hearing us, they will be inspired to also do better.
And thank you so much for being a part of the show. Another exciting edition comes your way, same time, right here on this channel. I am Emefa Apawu, and this has been the Kel Toothpaste PO Show.